My beloved brothers and sisters, we live in a time where sharing has become second nature. We share our happiness, we share our sadness, we share our plans, our achievements, our struggles, our tears, sometimes even before they have dried. And we do this not because everyone needs to know, but because we feel an urge to be seen, to be heard, to be validated. But let me ask you something honestly. Has sharing always brought you peace, or has it sometimes brought you pain? There is a powerful truth that many people learn too late in life. Not everyone who listens cares, and not everyone who smiles is happy for you. Some people don't want to see you grow. Some people don't want to see you heal. And some people don't want what's best for you. They want what's best for themselves. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, teaches us the value of silence, patience, and discretion. Not everything needs an audience. Not every blessing needs an announcement. And not every plan needs approval from people. You see, when you share too much, you give people access to your heart. And not everyone deserves that access. Some will misunderstand you, some will judge you, some will envy you, and some will use your words against you, not today, but tomorrow. This is why the wise people of the past were known for speaking little and reflecting much. They understood something we are slowly forgetting. Your peace is more valuable than attention. There are people who smile when you speak of your dreams, but deep inside they are hoping you fail. There are people who congratulate you on your progress, but in their hearts they feel discomfort. And there are people who ask about your life not to help you, but to compare, to gossip, or to feel better about themselves. This doesn't mean everyone is bad. No. Islam teaches us to think well of others, but Islam also teaches us to be careful. Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that silence is often a form of wisdom. Not because truth should be hidden, but because not every truth belongs everywhere. Sometimes the more you explain yourself, the weaker you appear. Sometimes the more you justify your choices, the more people doubt you. And sometimes the more you share your pain, the less people respect it. There is a reason Allah does not reveal His plans to us all at once. There is a reason your future is hidden. There is a reason your dua is meant to be between you and Him. Because some battles are won in silence. Some victories are protected by secrecy. And some blessings survive only when they are hidden. When you announce everything, your goals, your next move, your struggles, you open the door to unnecessary opinions, unwanted energy, and even envy. And envy, my brothers and sisters, is real. It is not a superstition. It is mentioned in the Quran. It exists, and it destroys silently. So protect yourself, not by cutting people off harshly, but by choosing wisely what you share and with whom. Not everyone deserves the details of your life. Not everyone deserves your vulnerability. Not everyone deserves to know how Allah is working in your favor. Share your dreams with those who pray for you, not those who question you. Share your struggles with those who guide you, not those who gossip. And share your happiness with gratitude to Allah before sharing it with the world. Remember this powerful lesson. What is meant for you will never miss you, but what is fragile can be destroyed by exposure. So if Allah has given you peace, protect it. If He has given you a plan, guard it. If He has given you healing, nurture it quietly. And if He has given you a blessing, thank Him more than you announce it. Because sometimes the more you share, the more you lose. And sometimes the more you protect, the more Allah gives you. Not everyone deserves access to your life. Sharing too much exposes your dreams, struggles, and blessings to people who may misunderstand, envy, or misuse them. Wisdom lies in choosing what to share and with whom. In a world where everyone feels the need to speak, to explain, to post, and to announce, we often forget the quiet strength that lies in restraint. Many people believe that sharing everything brings closeness, understanding, and support. But life slowly teaches us a different lesson. Not every ear that listens cares, and not every eye that watches wants the best for you. This is why wisdom is not found in saying more, but in knowing when to remain silent. There are parts of your life that are sacred. Your dreams, your struggles, your healing, and your future plans are not meant for public consumption. When you open your heart to everyone, you allow people to step into spaces they may not respect. Some will misunderstand your intentions. Some will judge your choices. Others may smile on the surface while feeling uncomfortable with your progress. This is not negativity, this is reality. Human hearts are complex, and not everyone is able to handle another person's growth with sincerity. Islam teaches balance. We are taught to think well of others, but we are also taught to be careful. There is a difference between trust and exposure. Trust is earned. Exposure is often careless. When you share too much, you sometimes place your peace in the hands of people who do not know how to hold it. And when that peace is shaken, you wonder why you feel unsettled, anxious, or disappointed. Often it is not because something went wrong in your life, but because too many people were allowed into your story. Think about how Allah works in your life. He does not reveal everything to you at once. Your future is hidden. Your next step is unknown. Even the answers to your prayers come at the right time, not immediately. This teaches us a powerful lesson. Some things are protected by being unseen. When something is hidden, it is safe from interference, from judgment, and from harm. In the same way, many of your blessings remain strong when they are kept private. There is also a danger in constantly explaining yourself. The more you explain, the more you invite opinions. The more you justify your decisions, the more people feel entitled to question them. Over time, this weakens your confidence. You begin to live according to reactions instead of convictions. You start measuring your worth by responses instead of sincerity. This is when sharing becomes a burden rather than a relief. Silence, on the other hand, carries dignity. It allows you to move forward without distractions. It gives you the space to reflect, to grow, and to connect with Allah without noise. Silence does not mean you have nothing to say. It means you value your words too much to waste them. It means you understand that not every truth needs an audience, and not every emotion needs exposure. Another reality we must acknowledge is envy. Envy is real, and it exists even among those close to us. Sometimes people do not even realize they are envious. They just feel uneasy when they see others doing well. When you announce every blessing, every achievement, and every plan, you make yourself vulnerable to negative energy. This does not mean you stop being grateful or stop celebrating. It means you celebrate wisely. Gratitude begins in the heart and is expressed first to Allah, not to people. There is also strength in choosing the right people. Sharing is not wrong when it is done with those who genuinely care, those who pray for you, those who guide you sincerely. But these people are few. When you treat everyone as trustworthy, you often end up disappointed. Wisdom is knowing that boundaries are not walls, they are protection. When you learn to keep certain things between you and Allah, you develop a deeper sense of peace. Your happiness becomes quieter but stronger. Your progress becomes steadier. Your faith becomes more sincere. You stop seeking validation and start seeking contentment. And contentment is a gift that no amount of likes, comments, or praise can replace. So choose silence when words will cost you peace. Choose privacy when exposure will weaken your heart. Choose trust in Allah over the approval of people. Because the truth is, the less you explain, the less you are questioned. The less you announce, the more your blessings are preserved. And the less you share with the wrong people, the more you gain within yourself. Silence protects peace and blessings. Many victories, healings, and plans survive only when they are kept private. Excessive sharing invites unnecessary opinions, negativity, and harm to your inner peace. There is a deep wisdom in understanding that not every blessing survives noise. In a time where silence feels uncomfortable and sharing feels normal, many people unknowingly invite harm into their lives by opening doors that were meant to remain closed. Peace does not disappear suddenly, it slowly leaks away when too many people are allowed access to what Allah placed only in your care. This is why guarding your inner world is not selfishness, it is wisdom. Many people assume that silence means weakness, but in reality, silence often reflects strength. When you are secure in your faith and confident in your path, you do not feel the need to explain yourself to everyone. You do not feel the urge to announce every plan or defend every decision. You understand that Allah sees your intentions even when people misunderstand you. This realization alone frees the heart from an exhausting need for validation. When you share your struggles openly, not everyone responds with compassion. Some listen only to repeat your words later. Some compare your pain with their own and minimize it. Others store your vulnerability and bring it back at moments when you are already weak. This is not because you were wrong to feel pain, but because you shared it with the wrong audience. Pain needs care, not curiosity. Healing requires safety, not exposure. Islam encourages consultation and seeking advice, but it also teaches discretion. There is a difference between seeking guidance and narrating your life to anyone who asks. When you overshare, you often attract opinions that confuse rather than clarify. Each opinion pulls you in a different direction until you are no longer sure what you believe. This inner conflict steals peace and replaces it with doubt. There is also a hidden danger in constantly sharing your goals. Every time you speak of what you want to achieve, you release energy that should have been invested in action. Words give a temporary sense of accomplishment, making you feel closer to success without actually moving. Silence, however, builds focus. When you work quietly, your efforts become stronger, your discipline increases, and your reliance on Allah deepens. Allah, in His mercy, often protects us by keeping certain doors closed. But when we insist on opening those doors ourselves through constant sharing, we sometimes remove that protection. Not everyone who praises you means well. Not every compliment carries sincerity. Some people clap for you while secretly hoping you stumble. This is why wisdom lies in letting your actions speak while your tongue remains guarded. Another reality of excessive sharing is emotional exhaustion. When too many people know your situation, you feel pressure to perform according to their expectations. You feel obligated to update them, explain delays, and justify outcomes. This turns your personal journey into a public performance. Over time, this drains joy from even the most beautiful blessings. True peace comes when your life becomes simple. When fewer people know your plans, fewer people can interfere. When fewer people know your pain, fewer people can wound you. When fewer people know your blessings, fewer people can envy you. This simplicity is not loneliness, it is clarity. It allows you to hear your own heart again and reconnect with Allah without distractions. Choosing privacy does not mean isolating yourself from the world. It means selecting carefully who has access to your inner life. It means understanding that your relationship with Allah is more important than your image among people. When you begin to share less, you start to listen more. You notice Allah's signs more clearly. You feel guided rather than pressured. Many people learn this lesson only after being hurt, after their words are twisted, after their intentions are questioned, after their secrets become stories. But wisdom is learning before pain teaches you. Wisdom is realizing that Allah is enough as a witness. When He knows your struggle, you do not need the world to know it. When He knows your plans, you do not need approval. The more you protect your life from unnecessary exposure, the more stable it becomes. Your heart feels lighter. Your faith grows quieter but deeper. You stop explaining yourself and start trusting Allah. And in that trust, you find something far greater than attention. You find peace that no one can take away because it was never placed in their hands to begin with. Trust Allah more than people. Your dua, goals, and journey are safest when placed in Allah's hands first. Gratitude to Allah matters more than public validation, and true success does not need an audience. One of the greatest mistakes people make in their journey through life is believing that everyone deserves to know what is happening within them. In reality, the heart is delicate, and when it is exposed too often, it becomes tired. Many people do not lose their peace because of what Allah gives or takes away, but because they allow too many voices to enter their lives. Every voice carries an opinion, and every opinion slowly pulls the heart away from clarity. When you speak too much about your life, you unknowingly invite others to shape your narrative. People begin to interpret your choices, your intentions, and even your faith through their own limited understanding. Over time, this creates confusion within you. You start questioning decisions you once felt certain about. You start doubting paths you once trusted. This inner instability is not a sign of weakness in faith, but a result of overcrowding your inner world. Allah created human beings with a natural need for connection, but He also placed wisdom in restraint. Not every emotion needs expression, and not every thought needs sharing. Some matters are meant to be taken directly to Allah in the quiet moments of the night where sincerity exists without performance. When your tears fall only for Allah, they heal faster. When your fears are whispered only to Him, they lose their power. There is also a subtle danger in being constantly understood. When people feel they fully know you, they often stop respecting boundaries. They assume access. They feel entitled to opinions. They believe they have a say in matters that Allah placed solely between you and Him. This entitlement grows when you continuously open doors that should have remained closed. Many people confuse transparency with honesty. Honesty is truthfulness in character and intention. Transparency is revealing everything. Islam encourages honesty, not constant transparency. The most sincere people are often the quietest. Their actions speak while their tongues rest. They do not advertise their struggles, nor do they announce their good deeds. They understand that Allah sees what people do not. Excessive sharing also weakens gratitude. When blessings are constantly spoken about, they slowly lose their sweetness. You begin to enjoy reactions more than the blessing itself. You measure success by applause instead of peace. Over time, this shifts your focus from Allah to people. And when people become the source of validation, disappointment becomes inevitable because people are inconsistent. Another painful reality is that information is power. When people know too much about you, they gain influence over you. Your fears can be used to control you. Your past can be used to shame you. Your dreams can be used to discourage you. Even unintentionally, people can hurt you simply because they have too much information without the responsibility to protect it. This is why guarding your tongue is an act of self-respect. Silence allows you to move freely. It allows you to grow without interruption. It allows Allah to work in your life without interference. When something is meant for you, it does not need an announcement. It will arrive at the time Allah has written, regardless of who knows about it. Choosing to share less also strengthens your relationship with Allah. When you stop running to people with every emotion, you start turning to Allah more often. Your dua becomes deeper. Your reliance becomes stronger. Your faith becomes more intimate. You no longer feel alone because you recognize that Allah has always been listening, even when no one else was. There is a quiet confidence that develops when you protect your inner world. You stop seeking reassurance. You stop explaining delays. You stop defending choices that were made with sincerity. This confidence is not arrogance, it is trust. Trust that Allah knows your intentions, your struggles, and your efforts. In the end, wisdom is not about withdrawing from the world, but about navigating it carefully. Speak when words will heal. Remain silent when words will harm. Share when sharing brings benefit. Withhold when withholding brings peace. Because the truth is, not everything that can be shared should be shared. Some things are preserved by silence. Some hearts are protected by privacy. And some of the greatest blessings in life grow best when they are kept between you and Allah alone. May Allah grant us wisdom in our words, peace in our hearts, and sincerity in our actions. Ameen.